In this video, what I'm going to do is talk about free speech, who I am as a person, and what you don't have to worry about on Hiddenverse, and why you should use Hiddenverse with the other platforms because that's where you've come from, but why you should also use us if you want to feel free.
Yeah. Man down, now it's time for the angel of death, make a guy like painful. Your end, make it slow, make it painful. One ring on the back, but it's wrinkle.
Well, let's get one thing clear. Obviously, I'm a black man, all right? A black man with colorful hair, right? A black man as a gamer with colorful hair, so I got like the odds against me, right? But it hasn't been that way with my community, and I thank them very much. And I'm gonna start off with free speech by just saying that, just stating that I am a black man, yes, obviously, right? So we still in the sad times where people will still judge over these things. Just the color of your skin, your religion, your sexual preferences, any type of things like that. So I just disagree with the world that we're living in on that aspect. So you have people that we will talk about that are being banned. I'm talking about like just gagged, muzzled because of their opinions or their viewpoints or whatever the case may be. They're considered dangerous to the people with power, right? I also am a guy who has my own opinions just as you do. Now, am I just gonna be out here just saying most outlandish stuff? Absolutely not. But I do have my opinions because I'm a human being who thinks, who has a brain. So I might say something or believe in something that you may not. You may disagree with something that I might disagree with as well. You might disagree with something that I agree with. And I might agree with something that you disagree with. That's about being human. So what Hiddenverse is going to be is a platform where you can speak your mind. Now, do I approve with racism and stuff like that? Absolutely not. But being a decentralized platform, we are giving people, we don't want people to go too crazy because some things we will have to ban. We will have to delete. But when it comes to free speech, we want people to be themselves, speak your mind. Because that's how you open up for dialogue. And if you don't want to see that type of stuff, then you should just delete that. Just block the person. And that's how Hiddenverse is. But I'm going to get into a little bit of things on the screen, just showing you what they did to Kanye West, what they're doing to Kyrie Irving, what they tried to do with David Chappelle, what they did with Donald Trump, what they did with Andrew Tate, and many more people. You don't have to worry about that inside of the decentralized world. In the decentralized world, you don't have to worry about that. And being a decentralized platform where other communities, for example, Kanye West brings his community here, Kyrie Irving brings his community here, Donald Trump brings his community here, which is crazy, right? Andrew Tate brings his community here. How these guys don't have to worry about losing money, opportunities, and type of stuff like that when you're just building inside of a decentralized world, because the people control everything. If you have a good community, your community will make sure that you're well funded, and while you're well funded, their community is well funded. So, for example, everybody that supports Donald Trump versus everybody that supports Kanye West or Kyrie Irving or Andrew Tate. If you support these people, and these people are just having the best community, it doesn't even matter if they're a part of it or not. Just by being a part of that community, that person's community flourishes financially, and I guess they get what they want. I don't know on the other side of like how they flourish. just a bunch of people just talking their opinions, right? But still, they still will be able to flourish financially on their opinions. And if Kyrie Irving or Donald Trump or a person that runs the community, these people don't got to worry about the people of power taking anything from them. And that's basically the importance of a decentralized world, because you don't got to worry about your stuff being taken from you because it's yours. And that's what we are here to do. We're not going to shut anybody up. We're not going to ban anybody. We're not going to, because just because your point of view is different than ours, we don't have the right to shut you up. That's your point of view. I have my own. This is the people of this people in power have their own points of views. I just think that we want to create something with true decentralization where people can have true freedom of speech. Again, some things where it's like torture, the R word, these type of things that happens that just sick people do. We can't have those type of things on our platform. When it comes to speech, talking, just putting your crazy thoughts out there into the world, I don't want to shut anybody up with that. I've been through that my whole life just being a black male. So being a black male that runs a community and runs a platform like this, I want to make sure that you guys are free. My whole life I've been told you can't do something. Don't do something. If you do this will happen. So why would I do that to you guys? Well, let's get into it, and I'm going to show you the difference between us and other guys. Okay, so let's go over the big difference. One, we're based off of a game, right? The game uses the social media, and the social media is a part of the game. That's why you see the SCP symbol here and I, right? So even though we look kind of, like we look like we're kind of, like the all-seeing eye that would pertain to the Illuminati and stuff like that. I know what it looks like, but it's not that, all right? We're for everybody. I guess in our thing, what I use the eye for is for enlightenment, right? To see everything. I want to see everything. So that's what the meaning behind the eye is. Let you guys know. And I'm a huge fan of the SCP Foundation. So I wanted to tie those two, because our game is created into the SCP Foundation universe. All right. So the difference between us and these guys, okay? These guys ban you for saying anything. I've been banned multiple times. Not banned, but like put in Facebook jail multiple times for just stating my opinion, right? And sometimes I won't even be saying anything. They just ban you. Same thing with Twitter. Same thing with YouTube. One thing that these guys all have in common as well is these guys deplatformed a lot of the guys we will go over, right? Well, not a lot, two of the guys that we're going to go over because of them just being themselves. And if this can happen to these guys, then this can happen to anybody, right? You just be yourself, and they figure out if they just deplatform you, then they kill your career, kill your livelihood, and this is affecting people's family. So we're going to take a different approach to that. We're going to let people be themselves. Again, we just can't let you do the R word, show torture and abuse on our platform. Anything to do with children, some type you just can't deal with that, right? But when it comes to being yourself, like speaking your mind and stuff like that, we will never deplatform anybody. We don't want to stop nobody from making money, and it's a decentralized platform. So even if you do get banned, you still earn your income from your community riding for you. So you don't have to worry about those type of things here, because we're a decentralized platform that is ran by the community. So that's basically the whole point. Let's go over here. So all these guys right here. Now, I like all of them off of one thing. They speak their mind. I respect a man or a human being, especially men though, that stands on, because I'm a man, stand on what they believe in and stand for, even if it's right or wrong. Stand for what you believe in. Don't let nobody, deter you from who you are. That's all I'm about. Being yourself. I teach my children that. Be yourself, right? So this is my favorite comedian, obviously. This is one of my favorite artists. The Top G, he's kind of crazy. You get what I'm saying? I don't agree with everything he says, but when it comes to getting out of the matrix, being a man and stuff like that, being better, doing better and stuff like that, I agree with that. Again, Trump, I got a funny relationship with Trump. I like Trump, but I don't like Trump. I think he go think about things the wrong way, but I don't have the media standpoint on Trump. So I have a dislike of Trump for different things. When it comes to Trump, but it has nothing to do with the media. If I had to go by what the media said, then that would bring with my liking of Trump, because I actually see the true stuff. I see the videos of what he actually say and stuff like that, not the clips they just trying to make him look crazy. I actually do real research and find out what these guys are actually saying and what they're doing before I make my judgment on anybody. So I'm not a person that allows people, especially the media, if I don't trust the media at all, and if it's too popular, if too many people saying this, I go away. That's basically how I've been my whole life. Anytime I see too many people going one way, I know that's dangerous. I'm going the other way. So I use that in this same scenario. So when it comes to Trump, that's just how I am. I've seen too many people hating the man. So I did some research and I found out that, yeah, there's an agenda behind that. Even though, again, he did say and do a lot of crazy things I disagree with, but that's being part of being human. You won't like everything. that someone does. Kyrie Irving, this man, not to me, but to many of people, he's a hero. And what's happening to him is just inhuman, and I can't stand behind that. Even though if his beliefs is his beliefs, even if it's right or wrong, it's his beliefs, I still cannot just believe that what's happening to him is happening to him. So I do welcome these guys. Hopefully one day we are able to get these guys on our platform to not just support them, but to support the community of the people that support them. You know what I'm saying? I welcome these guys with open arms. Anybody like these guys, I welcome you with open arms. You guys are open to come here and be yourselves here. Anybody can come here and be yourselves, and I'm going to show you how that benefits you by coming here and being yourself. So if other platforms to platform you and try to destroy your life, we will not do that here for you. And I will not allow them to come to me and try to trick me or try to convince me or anything, saying they don't want to do business with me or nothing. Again, that's fine. I'm building this from the ground up by myself anyway. So I don't need the partnerships of people that would want to destroy other people. I just know I stand for that. So we have Kanye West lost $2 billion in one day. So with a Ye token that's built on a Hiddenverse platform, you don't have to worry about nothing. We handle everything on the back end as we do with everyone else's token. Ye, let's say the Ye token, which I think will go past $10 though, but let's just say that the Ye token goes to $1 to $10. He lost $2 billion in one day. Ye has 125 million of those tokens and 125 tokens to support the community. So he has 125 that sits in his wallet and 125 tokens that sits in a wallet bank for his community, right? So if the token goes to $1, you will hold $250 million dollars of Ye tokens, basically 120 million for himself and 120 for his community. I'll explain what I mean by the community, how the community actually benefits off this. So not only do they benefit by just holding the Ye token, but what the 125 million can do for his community. At $10, Ye would have $1.25 billion for himself, and the community would have also $125 billion for the community as well. That will give Ye more than the $2 billion that he already lost, right? So no need to partner with anybody who will leave you dry in your community. Leave you dry, but you will just have your community. Now with the $1.25 billion that the possibility that Ye can actually generate on Hiddenverse, that will go to his community, where let's just say that he wants to help Black businesses, he wants to help people with mental illnesses or any type of thing that Ye wants to do with his community. He will have funding that he owns. This is his money that he has, that we will be like, okay, we know that you're not trying to dump. This is what you're trying to do. Here's the funding that you're asking for. That's it. And then he has to approve for the money to come to him. So he has to make the approval, the final choice, that the money comes to him. So, and then what he does is he gives it to the community. That's it. So that's the thing. With this right here, when something is decentralized, they can't take that from you. The Ye token will belong to him. They can't take what he earned and his community have earned. They can't take that from them. So even his community, as they're just supporting Ye, doing whatever they want to do. What I say, yay. I'm saying yay. I'm reading about what it says. Yay, I'm a big fan. I call him Kanye West, but yay, whatever you want to call him. The community is actually earning as they're just supporting this guy the whole time, and then they also have tokens that if they in a community with them, they just apply for a loan or whatever the case may be to start businesses of their own. Ye can choose, or Ye can choose to agree to give it to you. But regardless of the fact, if it goes to $1 to $10, a lot of people in Ye community would be very successful. So I want you to know that, because again, how our system is set up to actually support the community that's supporting the leader of the community. But let's go off of Ye. I've been butchering this man's name. I would like to call him Kanye West, but I don't want to disrespect him because he has changed his name. So as a man, I will call that man by what he wants to be called, even though I called him Ye. Whatever. I apologize. But anyway, Kyrie Irving is being publicly humiliated. I no longer want to support Nike, not just because of what they're doing to him, but because they are discontinuing their partnership with him and he actually makes my favorite sneaker. They're very uncomfortable at first, but you break them in, they're really good. He makes my favorite sneaker. I have a bunch of Kyrie Irvings. He makes my favorite sneaker. So once I see Nike do that, when Nike were also supposed to be supporting Black lives, but then, you know, they are going against, you know, they I can understand if they feel a certain type of way what he said, you know, okay. But shutting him up is also anti-Black. It's also anti-Black. Shutting him up. Instead of having a conversation with each other, showing each other why they both feel the way they feel, they just basically just say, we want to shut you up. We're going to attack your pockets by shutting you up. That's anti-Black to me, personally. So what they're doing to him, I think they're attacking him. So I just will not support Nike at all. So with his own community, Kyrie Irving can end up owning his own sneaker. You don't have to worry about Nike. He could just start his own sneaker. Again, same thing. If he goes to $1 to $10, again, he has, if it goes to $10, he has $1 billion token, $1 billion community. So not just token, that's $1 billion. His community is worth $1 billion, not the token. The community is worth $1 billion, right? So he has $1 billion community. And his community can actually get paid to wear sneakers without being sponsored. So his sneakers, the community could just be getting paid to wear sneakers just by being a part of the community. His community could just get paid just by wearing their sneakers. And his community, by holding a token, he can say, if you hold my token, if you hold a certain amount of tokens, if you had the token for this long, or if you were part of this community at this time, have an NFT, depending whatever the case may be, he can just have these people on a list where every time a sneaker gets released, these people get the sneaker mailed to their house first before anybody else. So these are the type of things that when I get to the point where I'm able to talk to these people, I'm actually going to set this up for these guys. You know, so that's that there. The top G, let's get to the top G. The top G can create top G tokens that can keep him and his platform afloat, and his community can benefit just for following the message of Andrew. You know, so the message that he pushed, again, I agree with some of it because I'm all about just doing better, being yourself, not falling for the system. Again, I'm a Black man in America that tried to push the system on me. When I say they tried, I'm talking about my family, my friends, and stuff like that. That I went against the system, right? So I agree with that message on fight against the system. I'm all for it, which is why I stand with these people. Again, if I agree or disagree with their standpoint on religion or any type of thing, I stand for just fighting against the system, fighting for something, fighting for what you stand for. I stand for that. I'm all about that. So, you know, the people in his community that stands for something, that want to fight for something, they all can get paid for fighting and standing for just being men. And the message that he pushes. So I agree with that, and I will be reaching out to the top G to make sure that we can set that up for him as well. Dave Chappelle this is one that's a special one to me right here. We need comedy back. We need real everything back. Just, you know, I come from South Park, Dave Chappelle show, Eminem, you know, 50 Cent, things like this. I came from a time where you could just speak your mind and people wasn't so sensitive and emotional. I want those times back. That's just me personally. That's my opinion again. And my opinion and the other platforms like these right here will get me canceled. Because I said that there, because I stand with these people, I will get canceled. For just standing with these people off of these platforms, these guys would ban me because my stance with these guys. Because I agree, not with what their views, but the fact that they're standing for something. They're standing for a group of people. They're fighting for something. And I will be looked at as promoting hatred or something like that. Just because I say, no, I think we should fight and stand for ourselves. The people that's in control is doing too much to control us. I would be considered a person that's pushing hatred. Which, if you realize the people that's trying to stop this stand up for yourself stuff is actually pushing hatred. That's hatred. Why don't you want us to stand up for ourselves? Why can't we be ourselves? Why can't we say what we want to say? Supposed to be freedom of speech or stuff like that, but we don't have that. So I agree with that. With the Hidden Verse and Dave Chappelle community, Dave will be able to Dave will have the support of his fans, and he can be able to release content. We will never have to worry about being canceled. Dave's community can also get paid to attend his stand-ups and watching his content. So you can actually get paid for watching his stuff, his Netflix, his old shows, all that type of stuff like that. You actually can get paid for doing that. You can get paid to support Dave Chappelle, again, it's another person I will be contacting, getting in touch with to make sure that we actually build this platform for him. And then we got this guy, Donald Trump. Again, I do not agree with everything Donald Trump says. And the reason why I purposely chose this, do I agree with the hat? I don't agree with what the people made the hat for. Like, I don't think that was his message, the MAGA hat. I don't think that message was what he was trying to go for. This is my opinion. I don't think that was his message trying to go for. I think the people, because people end up turning a good message or a message where it don't even have to be good. It's just a message that you just thought to yourself, and the people can turn it into anything that they make it, and then it ends up being bad. So do I think that Make America Great was supposed to be like a racist thing or any type of thing? Absolutely not. I don't think so. I think that, he is, I think, because for me, listen to what he was saying, my interpretation of it is he wants to have America where America once was a while ago. And it kind of has nothing to do with the people like myself and, the everyday people. This got something to do with like governments and stuff like that. So that's what I think that his message was supposed to be for the government. Like, hey, we got to be a strong country again. But the people turned it into some racist type of stuff. So yeah, they're there. So do I agree with everything Trump says? Absolutely not. Do I agree with just again, a point of stand up for yourself, be yourself. Don't listen to the crap that you see on social media. Absolutely, I agree with that. I agree with that message that he pushes out. So on that side, but the other stuff, people can turn back good things to bad things. People can turn something that has nothing to do with anything to bad things, or they can turn to good things. This is just my opinion on that. So again, I will reach out to somebody that knows Trump and then try to figure out if we can get their community and get him on our platform and let him talk his shit. You know what I'm saying? So and let everybody talk their stuff. Let everybody do what they want to do. I don't want to shut anybody up. That's the thing. So we are very different than these guys. We are giving them a platform that can't be taken from them. Their money would never be affected. Their money has nothing to do with somebody could just say push a button and you just lose the money. That you don't have to worry about that here. Your funds is completely protected because you own the funds that's protected in their communities. The people that basically made them what can also be made at the same time. So it's, we want to make sure that we bring this space where it's like if you have a community, you can just be you, your community could be them, and you guys could be supporting each other, and everybody wins. All right, so this video is getting a little too long, but I just wanted you guys to understand the difference between what Hidden Verse will be versus other social medias, the Web 2 version. So this is what a Web 3 platform will be versus what a Web 2 platform is. This is a place to actually build your brand, your business, and your community on. Right here, you can actually do that. You don't have to worry about saying things that can get you banned, making you lose your income and all that stuff like that, making you lose all the hard work that you build. You'll be able to do that here. With that being said, I'm out here.
The name is